Hello everybody. I just wanted to make this quick video to talk about some of the astrological lineups we're going to be having in the coming days. As you may already know, we are in Capricorn season. The sun is currently at 9 degrees Capricorn. We have Mars at 11 degrees Capricorn, Venus at 7 degrees Capricorn. Juno has entered the scene at 0 degrees Capricorn, and Mercury is currently at 26 degrees Sag, and soon will enter Capricorn as well. Right now, the moon is in Taurus here at 17 degrees, and we have some interesting ongoing alignments going on here right now. What I really want to talk about is the Capricorn lineup that's forming here, and some of the other aspects that'll be happening, such as Jupiter in Cancer squaring Chiron in Aries, both retrograde here. This is an ongoing square. This square has been going on for, oh gosh, how long now? I think 2 months now, probably 2 months, maybe give or take a few weeks. This Chiron in Aries has been in a square with this Jupiter in Cancer. Chiron has been in this part of Aries for quite some time, and Jupiter has caught up, and they made an exact square already once before a few months ago when they were both direct. Then Chiron went direct, Jupiter went direct, and they've been sort of in this tight square retrograding one another. And eventually Jupiter will retrograde outside of the parameters of being in this 90-degree square with Chiron. But we will experience it again when Jupiter goes direct and catches up these shadow degrees and meets with a third and final square to this Chiron and Aries. So this is a big theme in itself, and this is also what I really like to contribute towards the emphasis of 2025 being a year of the snake. And if you know anything about Chinese astrology, the year of the snake is a period of growth and transformation. The snake is a symbol of wisdom and shedding its layers. We remove old aspects of ourselves, old stories, and rebirth ourselves in a new, more pure expression that is carrying a deeper wealth of wisdom. So it's also a year 9, which is endings, conclusions, ending of cycles. Very powerful number for a year. So this Chiron and Jupiter square is I feel definitely contributes to it. And the reason why is Chiron is the element of our wounds. Chiron is the wounded healer, it's the shaman, the rainbow bridge. And so wherever Chiron is, it's highlighting an area of life that we have been going through in terms of wounds and healing. And sometimes Chiron brings up things from the past, remembering where wounds originate from. So Chiron has been in Aries, I believe, since 2018. So for the last several years, with Chiron being in Aries, we've been going through a collective process of healing how we express our individuality and being confident in our individuality and our ability to stand out as individuals. So this is a big part in our healing right now, considering that for as long as we can remember our human history, we've been very tribal and collective. by nature as a need to survive. And so the heart of individuality is, has always been going through like wounds and needing to conform and needing to not stand out and blase blase. And so this has been an ongoing healing of us really learning how to be ourselves and take responsible action for ourselves as well. Chiron in Aries has been a process of us becoming far more aware of aspects of ourselves where we're frankly just shitty. So this has been calling us out in a lot of our weak points as well, challenging our character. So this Chiron in Aries has been really challenging us to recognize in what ways we actually walk the talk, and pushing us to be more like the idea we wish to present ourselves as, our identity, our ego. So with this Jupiter in Cancer here squaring this, this square, it's a big one. But let's break down Jupiter in Cancer, right? Jupiter is exalted in Cancer for one thing, but in this specific motion here with this square to Chiron, what I really want to express here is how Jupiter in Cancer really activates the domains of home, family, memories, inheritance, heritage, and connection to the mother, connection to the womb, connection to the feminine. Cancer is the sign of the mother, coming from the fourth house, representing home and family. Cancer is a very powerful energy, and within Cancer, we can experience the frequency of nostalgia, of going into the past, and nostalgia triggers a sense of memory, and there's a lot of things within memories, particularly memories that get passed down genetically from the womb, from the mother. So Cancer is this very deep, profound element that connects us to the past beyond this current lifetime, and accessing a deep well of memories. And with that well of memories also comes certain karma, certain skills, all sorts of things. And so with Jupiter in Cancer, this opens up, like this creates a dilation. It opens up that area, this domain that we all have access to, that puts us in that state of nostalgia, puts us, starts bubbling memories from the past up to the surface. And so with this Jupiter square to Chiron, this can really, and this has been an ongoing square, remember, for a few months now. So this has been holding us in a frequency to allow a bubbling of memories to surface that bring us into an area of reflecting or realizing what sort of historical events we've gone through that caused a greater wound to our ego, to ourselves, to our ability to express ourselves, or realizing how the events of our past shaped and molded us, and because of that, we are not really living in total freedom of expression, and we're maybe recognizing just how much the world has molded and shaped us, in good and bad ways, but mostly in the ways of where there is pain, where we've had to learn how to process, adapt, and develop, and sort of grow from those points. And because of the Jupiter in Cancer, this can really open up those channels, those domains of reflecting your sense of self, your identity with the mother, the home, the family, the lineage, the ancestry. So it's also this has also been holding space for us to really end those cycles within our family, and those cycles that perpetuate through our ancestral lineages. I was born with Jupiter and Chiron conjunct in Cancer. That's a specific generation within the 90s, within a small window within the 1990s of people were born with that Jupiter and Cancer in Chiron. And these folks are warriors in the ability of healing and transforming ancestral wounds and memories passed down through the DNA. And so with this Jupiter in Cancer squared to this Chiron in Aries, this is very much a same type of ability that is available to us now, though slightly different tones, with the fact that Chiron is in Aries. It makes it more specific to ourselves and our identity and our ability to express ourselves freely. So yeah, I wanted to point this out because you need to keep in mind that we've been in this frequency. We've been living in this Jupiter Chiron square for a very long amount of time. It's unusually long for a Jupiter Chiron square to last this long. It doesn't normally last this long, but because they squared, but because they retrograded at the same time within a near exact 90 degree square, this square is lasting for a very long time. So I really want to emphasize that so you can understand what the symptoms may be like, experience this chronic state of Jupiter Chiron square. And the symptoms can be going through waves, up and down emotional waves of feeling very sure and confident of yourself, to then feeling very unsure and sad about yourself. And this has definitely been a wet blanket. This has definitely been a moment of feeling insecure about yourself, or moments of family issues coming up that sort of puts you in this funk. This is a lot of different ways that this can be experienced, but my point is that it's not a super like I'm on top of the world, super happy, living on cloud nine kind of energy. This is, I'm in a funk, I've been feeling things, some family issues have been coming up, I'm questioning my identity, I am unsure about, certain directions that I was taking before, and for some reason a lot of my old insecurities are surfacing right now, and I just don't feel good about myself, and I'm feeling challenged right now. That's what this kind of energy is. So if you've been going through those certain ups and downs right now, that is completely normal. That is 100% normal right now. And the the purpose of it, remember, look at Chiron. The purpose of it is healing. The purpose of it is to heal. Chiron is the wounded healer. So anything that surfaces for us right now that we have been processing, that has been going on for a while, if you've been feeling this funk, if you have gained weight, if you have definitely gained weight during this time, and that's contributing to, just this lower sense of confidence, this lower sense of self, that is okay right now. So if that's you, that is okay right now, because what this is for, the purpose of this is to heal, and to come into more integration of the knowing of who you are, and in healing those aspects. Before I made this video, I played a song out loud that I really love that's called The Joy of Man, and one of the punchlines is that, you know, you are already enough. And you know, I really take that to heart, because you know, as a man, and how society pressures us, I have all these expectations about what I'm supposed to be like in this life, in terms of success, in terms of manliness, in terms of what I'm supposed to be skilled at, and all my competence, in terms of so many different things, right? And then because I don't meet all those societal expectations or external pressures, you know, there can be a sense of insecurity, a sense of like, I'm not enough because I don't fulfill all these expectations. But the truth is, I am enough. You are enough. Okay. And so that is part of what this healing is for this identity, is feeling all sorts of ways, and it's definitely going to be reflected on the way you were brought up, society, you know, a lot of different things. So keep that in mind. Now, finally, going to the Capricorn energy. Hold on. I need some water. 1 second. Much better. Whoops. Excuse me, folks. So now going to this Capricorn energy. So this is a lot of Cap that we're going to be moving through right now, and there's going to be an ongoing conjunction with this Venus and this Sun in Capricorn for quite some time. Right now, this conjunction is already in effect. They are currently within 2-degree orb of each other. And as the days progress from now just into the next week, this Venus is going to get closer and closer and closer to this Sun as they progress in degrees in Capricorn. And eventually, all three of these planets, Mars, the Sun, and Venus, will be conjunct exactly in Capricorn. So here we are tomorrow. Tomorrow, Venus is now at 8 degrees, 1 degree closer to the Sun in Capricorn. And there's Mars there. So here's what's going to happen. We're going to go forward in just the days. So here we are going forward, and we can see Venus's progression. Boom. Oops. Get rid of that. So we can see by January 7th, boom, finally Venus and the Sun are conjunct at the exact same degree. So, and look at that. From December 30th to December 7th, that's how long it takes for this conjunction to become exact here at 17 degrees. But then look at where Mars is now. Mars is also at 17 degrees. So this is, and then Juno will be at 3 degrees, and then Mercury is now in Capricorn here as well at 8 degrees. A lot of Capricorn energy. And all this Capricorn energy is within an opposition to this Jupiter in Cancer, and within this square to this Chiron in Aries. Okay, so all of this transiting Capricorn energy is going to form a T-square, hopping into the dimensions of this Jupiter in Cancer Chiron square energy. Very powerful, very, very, very powerful days that we are coming into. So we're going to talk about all this right now. We're going to talk a little bit about Capricorn energy first, okay? Capricorn, the 10th sign of the zodiac. Capricorn is all about strategy, responsibility, integrity, discipline, rules, structures, Okay? Capricorn governs corporations, government, authority, banks, rules, regulations. In our society, Capricorn governs our military, our government, all organizations, all systems that we give authority to, such as the FDA, the NSA, the FBI, the CIA, the local police department, the IRS. All these things are systems, and these systems are designed to have authority, and they have an integrity that they need to keep in order to, enforce that power, enforce those rules, and regulate. So that's all kind of Capricorn energy: regulating rules, putting systems in place, strategizing. So, Capricorn is very strict energy. This is grandfather energy. This is militant grandfather energy. Capricorn is known to be the pessimists of the zodiac. They're not optimistic, they're realist. And they're all about accomplishing a legacy, accomplishing higher status levels through hard work and discipline. And with hard work and discipline and trying to make it to the top also comes with the need to be fully responsible for your life, fully responsible for your reality. Nobody is going to make your dreams come true. You have to make your dreams come true for yourself. Stop being a victim. Do something about it. Capricorn is a sign that lives by the law, the universal law of cause and effect. You want to make an effect, you want to have a different life experience, then what are the actions you are taking? What are the causes you are creating to reward you with that, to give you that? And so all these planets in Capricorn express the Capricorn energy through in a different vibration and in different areas of our lives and experiences here. We have Mars, the passion, the action, the desire, the masculine energy. We have Venus, the feminine energy. Venus is our values. What is important to us? What is it that we value? What do we find beautiful? What friendships, what relationships are important? How are we currently approaching our relationship to our money, our relationship to what is important to our lives? What is my relationship to myself, the sun, our awareness, the sun, our vitality, our life force, and our awareness is in this vibration of responsibility, of sobriety, of becoming clear in what our responsibility is, what our personal responsibility is in our lives right now. And Mercury, we have Mercury here. This is the mental energy. This is the mind. What we are processing, what new information we are realizing, what are we computing as our awareness is here in this gathering with our inner masculine and our inner feminine. Where do we want to take action? Where should we direct our energy? What is currently inspiring us? And that inspiration is a reflection of our current values. What is important to us? What are we finding valuable? What partnerships are important to us, and how do we wish to develop them? And our excitement and our readiness, becoming aware. And this Mercury, strategizing, putting the pieces together, finding the words to finally speak the emotions of what you've been dealing with, the wounds you've been processing, and putting words to it, speaking your truth and understanding where it all came from, how it all started for you, understanding the journey and breaking the spells you have upon yourself, breaking the spells that have been passed down through, and no longer carrying that, but yet being accountable for yourself, being responsible, no longer playing victim. Neptune in 29 degrees Pisces, Saturn 26 degrees Pisces, North Node 10 degrees Pisces, no longer being a victim, no longer needing to believe or see yourself as a martyr in life, and choosing to believe in a higher power, choosing to believe in your prayers and in fate and in your imagination, and that your dreams are possible. But they are only possible when you are in your power, when you are in your authority, and when you are taking responsibility for yourself and understanding that it is up to you to take action. It is up to you to remember what your values are, who you are, and to love yourself and to maintain that awareness of how real this is, and to keep your mind open, adaptable, and always strategizing, always keeping your eye on the bigger picture. And in the process, really finally healing and overcoming the ancestral wounds, moving on. Very important. This is a very important week. This is more than a week. Right now it's December 30th. Look at. Right now is December 30th. Mercury is not even in Capricorn yet. Venus and the Sun are just now forming. They're in formation of this conjunction. And over the next several days, Venus gets closer and closer and closer and finally meets with the Sun, then meets with Mars. By January 7th, then another day later, Mars and Venus and the Sun all moved to 18 degrees together. They all move 18 degrees together. And then just look into the next day and the next day. Venus now at 21 degrees. The Sun now at 20 degrees. Mars now behind at 19 degrees, but they're all still within a conjunction. This conjunction continues on for days. This is January 10th. 10 days into the new year. Look at that. Mars, the Sun, Venus, all here in Capricorn, and they're within a conjunction to this Jupiter. And still within this T-square here. Okay, so remember, Capricorn is an energy that is pessimistic, that is a realist, that understands the reality. So you may feel a little melancholy right now and into the next few weeks. It's not bad. I'm not saying there might not be that there might be a lot of bad things happening, but just the overall tone might be a little melancholy, a little too serious, and perhaps even overly critical of yourself and where you are in your life right now. You might even be really beating yourself down. You might even be really harsh on yourself through different moments right now. And you might even be projecting onto things going on in your life. Maybe you are projecting it out on your job, on your coworkers, on your family, your anger and your frustration. But really, it's possibly something much deeper than that. Perhaps you're frustrated of where you work. You're getting tired of dealing with upper management. You're getting tired of dealing with regulations and rules put in place in your job that don't make you feel like you're valued as a human, that you're valued as an individual, and are only just a moving part in a larger machine. And it's no longer personalized. The place you work maybe doesn't feel personalized, like you don't matter. And maybe it's got you really reflecting and processing as to why you aren't at some other place that's better. Why are you limited to only this place of where you are now? And this is a very powerful space to be, because if you are unhappy of where you are, that's good, because it means you are not complacent with being a victim and with being small and with accepting your circumstances as fate. It means there's opportunity for a breakthrough. But that breakthrough comes only when you realize that it is up to you to make it happen. Perhaps there's an opportunity that's just somehow found its way to you. An opportunity for school, an opportunity for adventure, an opportunity for something different that turns the dial, that turns the tables. You're no longer working for some company, working in some industry where you don't feel valued, where you're not feeling like you're accomplishing, going anywhere. Perhaps you find an opportunity, but this opportunity only comes with the amount of work and dedication you put into it. It's not a free handout. That's not Capricorn. Capricorn is not about free handouts. Capricorn is about self-accountability, being responsible, and strategizing, and planning, and taking initiative, taking action. And with Mars is action. Mars is that masculine energy, that desire. So what is it that you desire for yourself in your life right now? What do you really want? Long term. Capricorn is a long-term energy, not short-term. That's Sag. Sag is instant impulse gratification right now, blah, blah, blah. Capricorn is grandfather, ruled by Saturn, time, karma. Capricorn is the old energy. So in the bigger picture, what is it that you want? How old are you? You might be reflecting on your mortality right now. How old are you? Midlife, middle age. Middle age is not in your 50s. Middle age is when you're 38. Take that in. That's middle age. That's what they say right now. Middle age is 38 years old. How old are you? What have you been doing with your time? Do you own a house? Do you own a car? What do you want? Are you there? So these sort of things may be coming up for you right now that can be really making you feel insecure about yourself and challenging you to still love yourself, to still understand that you are enough. But if there's more that you crave in life, it's up to you. And it's time to let it go. It's time to let go of the past. It's time to let go of the baggage, the story, the victimization, the old nightmare, and to start dreaming of your future. And surrender it to the universe. Surrender it to the higher power, having faith in yourself, because this is where you are aligning your heart, your mind, your body, and soul. You're aligning all these bodies into this one intention right now. And this one intention is really good to keep culminating and working on. Because look, now at this point, we have the moon square in Libra. We have the moon in Libra squaring this energy. And then in another week, eventually, Venus is going to go into Aquarius. But not before the new moon in Capricorn. Oh, actually, I guess, yeah, before the new moon in Capricorn. We're going to have a new moon in Capricorn, okay? January 18th. And boom, look at that. At that point, Mars is at 26 degrees Capricorn, conjunct Mercury at 26 degrees Capricorn, and Mercury is only 2 degrees away from forming an exact conjunction. Look at this. There it is. Moon and Sun conjunction at 28 degrees Capricorn. It's a big deal. Mercury and the Sun, Mercury and Mars conjunct at 26 degrees Capricorn on January 18th. This is a very powerful, very, very powerful new moon right here. Now and into January 18th, okay? Look at where things are now, okay? Mercury is not in Capricorn yet. Juno is just now in Capricorn. Juno is another heart tone energy, like Venus. You know, the Sun, Venus, and Juno, these are heart tone planets. These are heart tone energies, okay? Juno is, to explain Juno, let me just explain that Juno is the wife of Zeus. And so Juno in astrology represents marriage, commitment, our heart, the energy we choose to really bond our soul, our essence with. So Juno's really also connected to marriage partners, or things we really devote ourselves to from the heart, what's real to us, what we give ourselves to. And so with Juno here at 0 degrees Capricorn, and by the time we're at the new moon, Juno is only at 7 degrees Capricorn. Juno is going to be in Capricorn for quite some time, trailing behind all this energy. So this is also going to be a period of us really opening our hearts to be devoted to this new sense of self, to this new path we are getting ready to align ourselves to, so that way we can change our reality. Change our reality, understanding that it's not going to be an instant something, but we are now dedicating ourselves down in a path, and we are forming the strategy. We are forming the plan, because what we've gone through this entire year have been different steps, and now we are finally getting to the point within these steps. Because for the previous months, it's been, I don't know, I'm lost, I'm confused, I'm unsure, the world's going to shit, blah, 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 I don't know what to do. But yet at the same time, I have these dreams, I have these visions, I have these aspirations. But I know I'm not sure how much I can actually believe in myself, because where I'm currently at doesn't reflect that, and how I currently feel doesn't reflect that. And I'm having a hard time taking off this wet blanket. And so we're finally getting to the points here where we're realizing the wet blanket we've been wearing, and we're getting ready to take it off. We've been working on getting that wet blanket off. And now with the development of this Capricorn energy, you know, right now it's December 30th, okay? Right now it's December 30th, and this energy is going to be dancing together all month long in Cap. This is a very serious month. This is a very serious month. This is not a month to waste time, to frivolously waste time. You know, in the Northern Hemisphere, it is winter for us, so it's colder outside. We generally spend more time inside during the winter. So at this time, this is really good time right now to allow yourself to sit and reflect with pen and paper and write. What do you want? What are you currently having a hard time letting go? What's holding you back? Where are you still playing victim? Take charge. Anything is possible when you're ready and willing to do the work and understand the long-term game of what it's going to take in order for you to accomplish what your heart desires, your true heart's desires. So reflect, write, meditate, and don't be afraid. Don't be afraid to drastically change your life right now in order to pursue a new endeavor, a new goal. Don't be afraid. Let's say right now, what you're realizing is you want to be a realtor. Let's say, you know what? If I want to get into realty, I'm going to get into realty. But I've been unsure because the economy and the markets, and this person says that person says this, and all these things. And I'm not sure what the future is even going to look like right now. We got refugees, we got Somalians, we got frauds, we got, rezonings, we got smart cities, we got natural catastrophes, we got conspiracies, we got all kinds of shit right now. So I don't even know if it's just like if it's even worth my time to get into realty. Right? So you're already defeating yourself before even trying, right? You're already destroying the dream, not allowing yourself, because your mind has been so overtaken by so many things. But yet somehow you still keep feeling that connection. There's still a voice inside that's saying, realty, 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 sell houses, sell houses. So then it's time. Let's say you've been a nurse this entire time, but realty's been calling you, and now finally, you know what? I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna become a realtor. I'm gonna get my license, and I'm gonna fucking do this whole new thing. So don't be afraid right now. If there's something else that is way different that you've been currently doing, that you've been thinking about, like becoming an electrician or going back to trade school. Let's say you've been a software designer, but soon you can tell that AI is going to take your job, right? Fuck, AI is going to take my job at some point, and also my morals don't really align with this anymore. I'm not liking how much minerals we have to mine to make lithium batteries. I don't know if I want to keep doing this kind of fucking work anymore. I don't feel any more value in being a software engineer anymore. I need something more real. I've always wanted to be an architect. Well, fuck that. I don't want to go back to school to be an architect. So what can I do instead? Hey, fuck it. I'll be a carpenter. Boom. Now you're going back to school, learning something different, using tools for the first time. When all you've been doing is on the computer, now you're building houses, you're building community. So this is a really good time to really think about where you are unhappy, where you may be too complacent. Squash the victim story and create a new dream, knowing that that dream is only going to happen when you strategize, have a plan, and take action in the direction towards it. And right now, as this is starting out, the initial action, make a phone call. Get on the phone. You see a new program, you see a new school, go online, type it up. Where's that phone number? Schedule an appointment, click that. Schedule the appointment. Fill it out. Do that. Then take the next step. Go to the school. Go to the place. Have the interview. Fill out the paperwork. Enroll. Have the day one start date. Get excited. What's the vision? What's the purpose? Oh, I want to have this. I want to do that. All right, y'all. That's it for now. Peace.